Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism. Hold on, everybody here. Hey, Linda.
Hey.
If you are brand new to our open discussions, what this is all about is where we come together and share, learn, and support. It is open discussion. So if you have any questions, you want to share something, feel free to throw it in the chat. Um, and again, welcome. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin. I hope everyone's having a good Sunday.
Okay, let me see. I'm looking for Mr. Charles. There's Mr.
Hey,
Charles.
Charles.
Let me put the invite for Mr. Charles. And then we can get started here. And I have to apologize to everybody because I have just been pulled every which way. And I've been very neglectful. So with the group and the page, and I want to apologize. So I'm trying to get it back together, get back in the groove, get things done. Tomorrow, it's August 1st. Oh my God. It'll be the start of me getting it together here.
Do you work tomorrow?
Lisa, and I got you. I have not forgotten about you. I do apologize. Like I said, I've been pulled every which way. Now, what you say? What
Do
you
you
say?
work tomorrow?
Yeah, yep.
Oh.
I work tomorrow. That was one of the other things because the other week I decided to do some overtime, 10 hours here, 7 days there, and
My
then
goodness.
besides that, I was trying to live a little bit, and you can't do that. Try to work overtime. No.
Hi,
Uh,
hi, Nita and Linda and everyone.
Hey,
Mr.
Charles.
Charles. Hey, Spencer. How are you? There is Victoria. Foxy Roxy. There's RS. Stacy. Hey. Yep. Victoria. Let's see here. Spencer says, is anyone else feeling the school year coming up? I always fear getting a teacher that doesn't understand autism or doesn't want to take the time to work with my son. No, well, with DeAndre, he has the same, now that he's in high school, he has the same teacher, and that's how it's been like in elementary school. He had the same. Um, Middle school was a little iffy, but with high school, he'll have the same teacher. And then I just found out because I was thinking it was going to be after Labor Day, but they actually start the end of the
What?
month.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I was just telling Steve, I said we're about to have that conversation. School doesn't start until after Labor Day. Like I told you, my dad always said, because he grew up in Detroit, he was like, it's always after Labor Day, always. So
Yeah.
he
Not
said it
this
was like
year.
here. Yeah, so I said that conversation is about to come up. Now it changed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know Connecticut was the same way. It used to first day of school used to always be the Thursday after Labor Day.
Yeah.
The Tuesday and Wednesday were teacher work days, and then Thursday was the first day of school. Ain't that
Okay.
way anymore. Now sometimes I understand school does start before Labor Day.
Yeah.
yeah, that's how
Yeah,
it's
they're
always been
pushing it.
here. Yeah,
But
it
has anybody? Oh, go ahead.
used to be here that we started the Thursday before Thursday, and that weekend was Labor Day weekend. But it kept getting earlier. Now we're like mid-August now.
Okay. So y'all start like the 15th or something?
Yeah, I forget if it's the 15th or the 18th this year.
Okay. So anyone have this situation that Spencer asked with different teachers maybe? Hey Sonia,
Hi,
how are
Sonia.
you?
Hey, Sonia.
Hi, Roxy.
Oh, okay. Both my kids will have the same teacher they had last year, so I'm happy. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. Yes, school starts Friday. Wow.
Oh.
Okay. So did you
Wow.
guys get out in earlier in like May or early June, Foxy?
And where is she in? Arkansas?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. I was gonna say that. I was like, it's one of the two.
Hi,
I just knew
Tammy.
I was right.
Hey, Tammy.
Hi,
Stacy. Hey,
Stacy.
hey, hey. Spencer
Uh,
says we start at the end of August in Missouri, and my son
mm,
gets a new teacher every year. Wow. However, he usually keeps his IEP workers. Okay.
nice
So he keeps the same, some,
team.
because the teacher is part of their team, but he keeps
Yeah, yeah.
some of the same team, which is good. But why do they
Hmm.
change teachers like that? Is he in the general pop, or
That's what
is
I
he doing?
wondered.
Yeah, that could explain it
Yeah,
because, of course, of a teacher, he gets the first grade, he gets the first grade teacher, and then you get second grade teacher, and so on up the line. And of course,
right.
you get in high school, then you get, your various teachers. Hi, Veronica.
Hey, Veronica, and so sorry for your loss of your father.
Oh, yeah,
Love,
sorry
hugs,
about
and
I'm
that.
sorry to
prayers
hear
to you.
that, Veronica. Uh,
Um, I know you were busy, Nita. I seen you was at. Yes, I was trying to live, girl. I'm
Oh,
counting
yeah.
out now, and I had so many concerts this month.
Well, that
She's
was
seen
good.
everybody in
Good.
this year.
Yes,
It was
right.
good meeting
It
some of your
all
family
in.
members, too.
Yeah, and I went right to work right after Nita Baker, and you just do not know. I was so tired. I was so
Wow,
tired, but I did it. I made it through.
good.
Um, Victoria says my kids are homeschooled, so I don't have right. Okay, you don't.
Yeah.
Yep, the
That's good.
same
Yeah.
teacher all year round.
Yeah, we have the same teacher. We think the same teacher for the senior year. So she had ninth, 10th, and 11th with her. And the teacher put in the IEP that she recommends Emily stay with her instead of go to the other
Stacy.
teacher because it's familiar to her and she thinks
Yeah.
it'll be best for her. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll end up with that request.
New school, and I'm stressed to the max. I understand. So yeah, I feel you, Spencer.
Yes,
Yes.
you would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what has me afraid this year is each year gets worse, like, as far as anxiety with it is school violence. It
Oh,
just seems
yeah.
like, yeah, it's just,
It's
it just keeps
terrible.
getting more and more, prevalent, and it's just so scary
Yeah.
to send your
Something
kids
else
out
to
there.
worry about.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, things we never had to worry about when I was growing up.
Right.
Exactly. Hmm.
My three kids go back to end of okay, yeah, the end of August too. I was kind of shocked because I've been out of the loop. But I happened to go into the parent group for Detroit Public Schools, and I seen the end of the month, and I said, "Uh oh, let me check the calendar." I had to go and check the school calendar, and I said, "Oh my goodness!" So it's not after Labor Day. What's going on? But I guess from the winter when they had to take off that time coming out of the
Mhm.
pandemic. I don't know. So, okay.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna make up those days
Hi, Rihanna.
this year, but we actually started later. Last year we had, was it last year? No, I think it was it could have been last year. Either which way, we had fire days too that we had missing school. So I thought this year would start earlier, but it actually started a few days later this year.
Hmm. Hey, Rihanna, how are you? Oh, let me put in the secret
The
discussion
word, yeah.
word. I'm going on another screen, so take over, Linda, if I
Okay.
type this in.
Okay, right
Yeah.
here. School starts this
Yeah.
Friday. Uh, School starts this Friday here in Alabama. I think they're trying to make up for all those COVID days they missed last year, says uh, Roxy. My son goes the whole summer, so we don't really start because it doesn't really stop depending on classes. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And where are you, Rihanna?
of course, there are legal things too, and union contracts and all that that can drive whether they can make up this year for days missed last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, if the teachers union and other school employees unions don't permit it, then they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, word is set. We're using the
Okay.
same one we used, the last live we did. No one guessed. Oh, well, not guessed, but no one used.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, exactly. Rihanna is in Michigan. Okay. She says, I'm kind of worried that's the reason I'm sending my son to summer school to get used to his new teacher.
Yeah.
Usually, I know here with the summer schools, they have the different teachers. The regular teacher is usually, on her summer break or his summer break, and then they have others come in to do the summer program.
That's how ours is too.
Here
So
in
we
Detroit.
don't really, that's
Yeah.
how ours is here too. So we don't really put Emily into it because
Right.
by the time she gets used to it, situated, and everything, it's done. And then she has a few weeks off, and then she goes back to another new situation.
Right.
Yeah, I did 2 summer schools while I was growing up. One year took a science enrichment course, and another year took a typing course. But,
Typing.
Yeah, which proved handy throughout my career in computer programming. Believe it or not.
Let me get my coffee, you guys. Be right back.
Okay, and Roxy says, yeah, they got out of school in May. Oh, okay, so it was earlier than a lot of us.
In a general classroom.
Oh, that's why he's a new teacher every year. Okay.
Yeah, that's right, because that's what you would get. Yeah, because
exactly.
I mean, fourth grade you get a fourth grade teacher, fifth grade you get a fifth grade teacher, and so on.
Yeah, and Veronica says that's exactly how it went at Eddie's school. Same IEP team, different teachers. Yeah, I guess that's the same here too. Like, so we have the same person who works for behavioral. We have the same OT and speech. We have, of course, the same administrator, the same principal, and then changes out the teacher, depending on, who the teacher is. So yeah, I guess that's the same, but yeah, part of the team. The only part of the team, I guess, sometimes changes the teacher.
Hi, Nikia.
Sonia says Sacramento City has to make up for a 7-day strike. I still haven't been notified when Queen starts school.
They last longer than 1 minute.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that you guys were on strike. The strike wasn't here, but yeah, I remember you saying that. Roxy says, so sorry, Veronica, sending love and prayers for you and your family. Nikia says, hi, everyone. Spencer says, Veronica, Yvette, so you understand the feeling. Then his IEP manager last year was new, but she was amazing. And Veronica says, thank you so much, Roxy. And I already had both my boys' behavioral health appointments.
That's good, Stacy.
Teresa says, I cannot wait until school starts in less than... Modesto starts, what, in a week? Oh, I guess they start, what, the second week in August? Okay, so I cannot wait until school starts in less than a week for my son. He has the teacher for sixth grade as he gets to stay at the same school. So I'm thinking you're saying the same teacher?
Yeah, I think it's a special ed in that case, yeah.
Veronica says, yes, definitely she gets it. Queen goes to a new school with new teachers. I'm scared to death. That's always the hardest years. And yeah, the changeover. Yeah. I hope everything goes well. Hi, Kizzy.
I
Stacy says my oldest son's last teacher was able to handle his behavior. There wasn't really any issue. Hope his new teacher is the same way.
Yeah.
Most definitely, yeah, I hope so. That's always an issue when they get when there's a teacher that knows your child and knows the behaviors and everything. It makes the year so much more productive. And then starting over is it's not
Okay, I'm
really
here.
something easy to
something
do
I
all the
found
time.
something I found too was an issue, particularly getting up into higher grades, was teachers with whom I communicated well or teachers with whom I communicated poorly. And one English teacher I had in 8th grade, for example, she on the quiz, I got a failing grade, and she said it's because I needed to give examples of the things I was saying. Well, the real problem, looking back at it, I think the real problem was that she couldn't, the answer I gave in the quiz regarding this short story, she couldn't see how I got that out of the story. And what she concluded I hadn't read the story, which wasn't true. But anyway, she said I needed to give examples. And later on the test, I endeavored to give examples, and she marked me off for retelling the story.
Oh,
Well,
so that's kind of like the
and she never really told me. Years later, I thought back to it and I said, I think I know what the real problem is. She didn't understand my answers, and so in the first case, she thought I hadn't even read the story. The second case, she could see I'd read it, but all she could get out of it was I was retelling the story.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I've had teachers with whom I communicated very well, and so. I remember, among other things, the chemistry teacher I had in 10th grade, and then I had again an advanced placement chemistry in 12th grade. I remember on the last day of school, I was in 10th grade, and we were getting our report cards marked. I got a B for each of the first 3 quarters of the year. And then he marked an A for the 4th quarter and an A for the final exam. And then he told me, don't tell anyone, but, because they're going to not know what their scores are. But on the chemistry college board, you scored a perfect score, 800. And he said, because of that, I'm giving you an A for the year, even though normally 3 Bs and 2 As would average out to a high B.
Okay. Because he knew you knew your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need no tolerance in bullying. Definitely. No tolerance. Not even, it just shouldn't even be any question.
The problem that often arises with these zero tolerance policies, as they call it, is like they have a zero tolerance policy to fighting. What that means, basically, it's like no fault insurance that has no exceptions to the no fault thing, where one kid's bullying another kid, the other kid's trying to defend himself, they both get expelled for fighting.
Yeah.
That relieves the school of the responsibility for figuring out who's at fault.
Right.
Just suspend
they don't
both
even
of them.
want to hear who started it, or don't even care, seems like, or why it was started.
Yeah, I mean, the zero tolerance policies, often they're designed not to stop Columbine type incidents, which is the supposed intention. And the real intention is to make it more difficult to sue the school board for discrimination, because they can say they treat everybody the same, which isn't really true even then. The teacher can pretend not to see one student do something and can see the other student do it, and so schools can still discriminate, but it's harder to prove it. How do you prove that the teacher saw that white Anglo kid do such and such. Do the same thing that this black kid and this Hispanic kid got punished for. How do you prove that she saw him when she claims she didn't see it?
Okay, where are we at?
The groceries are about to be here.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I was
Oh, you know where you left? I can't find it.
Oh, sorry. Let me.
Spencer Sims' comment is up there.
What? Oh, I lost the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay, so Spencer Sims. Oh, need for safer schools. That one.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, okay, and then his regular teacher took a different position, so it caught us all of us parents by surprise. So to better help my son's anxiety through the school year, I'm sending him to summer school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's
well, you do for your kid what you need to do.
Right, right.
Exactly, yeah.
Starting to look for a new school for my son so they can start the paperwork by September. Okay.
I can relate to an experience that was just given too, that when I was in 5th grade, they'd been looking for math courses to challenge me, and finally the school principal started, an arrangement where I would come to his office for the last half hour of the school day, and he would teach me geometry. And at the end of the year, because we hadn't finished the book, he gave me the book to take home, and I studied over the summer. I was kind of surprised that the next year he wasn't back. And it wasn't until many years later I learned why. And it's because that school principal apparently used corporal punishment on some kids, which wasn't allowed in the school system there. And so apparently he got canned.
Oh, okay.
But I never saw that side of him.
Eddie had a different summer school teacher this year, and speaking on the phone to her, she seemed great, but it's been horrible. TBH. It's been horrible. What is TBH?
Oh, truth be had, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think.
To be honest.
To be honest.
Oh yeah, to be honest, yeah.
I got it.
I knew it was one of them. Well, same thing, but yeah.
Oh,
that's so sad though.
It's a lot because I never complain about it. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. When you're known not to be a complainer, that's good, because that that will usually cause your complaints to be taken more seriously.
Right. Right. They say Veronica never complains. It's serious.
Yeah. But you know what, Veronica, she never complains, but you can tell she's right there, like, got things situated, with him.
And that's the good thing. They know your face. When they know your face,
they don't even try to mess with you. Okay. They know there's no cutting corners.
Right. They are doing intruder shooting drills here 2 days before school starts. It's so scary.
Who said this?
This is Foxy. But yes, it's something, and it's sad. It's sad that it's something that's needed. That we have to do these types of drills just to keep our kids safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you think about it, when I was growing up, we had air raid drills.
Okay. Yeah, I remember not the air raid, but what was it? Just the tornado drills. That's all.
Yeah, fire drills too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
the lockers and everything.
Yeah, we had fire drills and earthquake drills, but I seen Emily's had her school last year. It was neat. We were shopping. She was at school, so we're like a town over. But we got a notification that the school, there was an investigation and stuff, but they have an app that allows kids, so all the kids download it, but it allows kids to anonymously say that they heard something or they know something or something's, you know, going to happen. But they're allowed to do that, and so the proper people could know about it. So like, you
Okay.
know, like there's like shootings that have happened and you know that they've said, oh, don't be in the lunchroom this afternoon, oh, you know, this and this and that, and people knew before the fact, you know, other students. So it's kind of like, you know, it's good that there's something that's implemented, but of course nothing's foolproof, not at
Right.
all.
Right. And I guess the biggest question is with these drills, and someone brought this up too here on social media, is what do they do with our special needs or disabled kids
Mm-hmm.
when something like this happens? You know,
Mm-hmm.
what's the drill for that? Um, what I think that is a good question that
Mm-hmm.
all of us should be on our school board about. You know,
Mm-hmm.
what
Yeah.
is the policy now?
Even when
Yeah.
it comes to a fire drill, I remember first grade, first fire drill we had, I got separated from all the other kids, and I remember the teacher was trying to reason with me, well, if there was a fire and I'm over here and there's a fire between us, and I couldn't understand because there wasn't a fire. I couldn't understand why she was upset
Why
about
are we moving and there's no
Mm-hmm.
fire?
it. Yeah. But, you know, it's
You
that
were
sort of
just too
thing too.
literal.
You know, that,
Yeah.
that, I remember when we, one time, I told my dad, and he came home from work today in school, we had an area drill. And he asked, what's that? And I told him we had to get under our desks. He said, no, that's an air raid drill. And, well, later, one day, I was a little late in getting home. The bus was a little late in bringing me home. And because the bus driver had to run an errand on the way. And when I got home, I told my mom that the bus driver had to run an air raid.
Not an errand, an air raid. Okay. If you are in here, please make sure you thumbs up or show us some love. Um, and let us know you are here. We'd appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Save. Yeah, I think yeah, that's really something to be nervous about. Yes. Our teachers are caring, but they still don't make me feel safer. And I guess everyone have their thoughts on this, but I really don't agree with that because there's um, so much going on with the violence. And what if the teacher gets mad or I mean, it's just a whole bunch of thoughts in my head that go along with that teacher carrying guns in the classroom. What if a child accidentally or just grabs a hold of the gun? Got all kind of thoughts about that.
Yeah, I have to say, if I had, a child in school now, that wouldn't make me feel, more comfortable with the child. I mean, personally, I don't have a gun and never will get one. If other people want to get a gun, that's their business, but
Right.
it doesn't make me feel safer.
Mm-mm. I'm hoping for a better IEP team this year because the one he has at school now are not helpful to my son's needs. They give me a hard time for the last. Wow. Well, yeah. Hopefully, you can get a better team. Definitely, especially not being helpful. Apparently, Kaiser Hospital allows 12-year-olds to make medical decisions.
Who is
Really?
who is saying
Queen
this?
Queen told her ABA, this is
Sacramento.
Sonia. Queen
Mm-hmm.
told her ABA therapist she didn't want their help. That's
Hmm?
over.
Wow.
What?
What? What?
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't even. Oh wow.
Yeah, I can understand the policy, but you got to recognize not all 12-year-olds are equal.
Especially if you're considering medical treatment, you're
Right.
there because you're thinking, some kind of way about it that you need it.
Yeah, and I can a little bit understand maybe 14-year-old, but even there you got to realize not all 14-year-olds are equal.
Right. Yeah, there's some are more mature than others. So yeah. Teresa says they start August 8th. Okay.
Teresa.
Raymond is in his senior year now, and as Jaylene goes on, she will have the same teachers that Raymond has, so they already know. Well, that's good.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
That's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Charles. At 12 and autistic, she can make that decision. Yeah, that is scary. That's scary if they just, a 12-year-old can say no, they don't want anything in it, and that's that,
And then that's too by saying that not all 12-year-olds are equal. Autism factors into that. Age level in terms of maturity.
And I know Kaiser here in Fairfield, we have where our ABA services are prescribed through the psychiatry department. So that's already like, so would Emily be old? Emily's 17. I still don't think she's old enough, especially for mental health. I think that at 12 years old, that doesn't even,
young.
Yeah.
Hey, Lizzie, how are you?
Hi, Lizzie.
Yeah, I'm going to try. And we are going to have a discussion about that. And maybe that's something to take into consideration, Linda, age.
Is it wait, where are we at? I know I'm going to get yeah, so this is Sonia, right? Now, medical power of attorney, that's what I was going to say, but she's a lot younger. If I remember correctly, is she 11? Right around there?
12.
11 or 12? Oh, okay, 12. Okay. So yeah, so right there, like, so with Kaiser, with Emily, what they did here in Fairfield was they blocked her account, like, the kp.org. When she turned 13, I had limited access to it. I couldn't see the medication she was prescribed. I had to actually have the bottle, type the number in. But when I complained to member services and explained my situation, for some reason, they opened it back up. I have full access. But when they turn 18, you can have power of attorney, and in California, it's actually called conservatorship. But before that, I don't even know why they're taking it away. Right. And I called member services, and my kp.org for Emily was fixed. So you could start with that and see what they do.
Yeah, the laws vary from state to state, and that's the problem of getting even advice in this group is that you pretty much have to reach out to legal advice within your state. Maybe even turn to the Autism Society in your state. The Autism Society of America, their local chapter might be able to help because they're people who know the ins and outs of things in that state.
Yeah, and and the thing is, like, Kaiser is one of the biggest I would say here in California. Okay. And I was surprised that I was able to call member services and get that. And she's about 45 minutes from me. But yeah, I think, Sonia, you could start with that and see if it does anything, but definitely put your foot down and, explaining the situation, what's going on, and, and see how far that goes. And then after that, see if you need to contact an attorney and find out what your options are.
Definitely. Yep. Stacy says, what makes me a little nervous is that after this year, my oldest will be going to a different school, and I don't know how he'll feel or handle being in a different school after this year. Oh, yeah.
One thing I would say is find out all you can about that school, and then try to prepare him ahead of time with the information you find out. Tell him this is going to be different. This is going to be different. This is going to be the same. Kind of gave him a little heads up about what to expect, because that always helped, in different situations. I was growing up, and my parents, and they didn't have a diagnosis to work with, but they just knew that sometimes, I needed. It was helpful to me to prepare me ahead of time for new experiences.
Yep, and if they have a open house before school starts, make sure you take them and say, hey, this is your new environment. Did I do here? Okay.
And I know, so for the high schools and the junior highs, there's orientation. I don't know what grade we're talking about here, but even though our kids don't do much with orientation because it's like a set up program already, it's not really variable. The teachers were still available to go in there to meet with, for the kids to meet them. So maybe that might be an option.
Lorienda, hello, love.
Hi,
How are you?
Lorianda.
Hey, Lorienda. Hey, Kenyana.
Hey, Kenyana. We start August 10th. I'm so glad he's going back to his special needs private school. The school district tried to say he had an emotional behavior disorder. They also tried to put him all the way back to second grade. He's heading to third grade at a kindergarten level. Okay. Well, yeah, yeah. Well, with DeAndre, and I think most of our kids, that's about how it is. I was looking at something, his last report card, which he did good, by the way, given. But it was on their graduation. They had the graduation time, and then they have on their diploma, or what is the other one? Completion,
Yeah,
certificate of
certificate.
completion. So they had certificate of completion checked and not um, diploma. So, and then when I thought about it, he's 16 now, but he's still doing like maybe I want to say second grade level type work. Um, yeah, it's still a lot of things he doesn't comprehend, but given the situation. So, Kenyana, they do the he was in a regular school. You're saying going back, or are you just saying going back from the summer?
Hi, Lorianda.
Gloria just saying hello, everybody. Understandable. Linda was quick to guess the to be had.
Mm-hmm.
Charles came in with, to be
Hey,
honest, you guys made me smile
we got her a smile. See, we did it on purpose, me and Charles.
Well, it's funny. You have all these acronyms that have come up
Yeah.
because LOL, which now stands for laugh out loud, used to stand for little old lady.
Oh my goodness. You too, Lorianda. Have a great week.
Bye, Lorianda.
That is so true because this year I had to deal with the child bullying my son and other kids in the class. Oh, wow. Then we found out that the child should have never been in there in the first place since he didn't have an IEP. They placed him in my son's classroom because the mother kept arguing with the teacher that her son had. And since my son's teacher teachers are sweet and understanding. The principal thought it would be a good idea to place that child there, but it backfired on him. The child made all of, let me see if I can
And trails off, yeah.
see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, it cuts off on this.
Yeah, after so many characters, that's all it will show, yeah.
Let's see. See if I can get in here.
Unions don't permit it, then they can't do it.
It won't let me see. Come on now. Okay, where it's at?
Oh, you went
Yeah, I had to go on.
to the
See if I
Facebook.
can find it on here.
Roxy says there was only fire drills in Miami. Then Alabama, when they got to Alabama, she learned about tornado drills.
Yeah, well, that would make sense because Miami, in Florida, you get hurricanes, but you don't really get tornadoes in Florida, especially not in the Miami area. But you get in Alabama, now you're more toward the center of the country, center of the continent, and that's where you start to get the tornadoes. You get into the Midwest, and you're in the South, but you're geographically, you're in the Midwest.
Okay, it says backfired on him because the child made all of the kids' year of school horrible. Okay.
Aw.
And it's a shame they would put them in the classroom without a plan, a behavior plan,
Mhm.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Usually you expect that the parents are going to know best, but in this case, the mother didn't know best.
Right, arguing with the teachers. In Miami, we only had fire drills. Then here, Alabama, I learned about tornado drills when my kids started school. Yeah, we had the tornado drills and fire drills here in Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah. When I was at Michigan State, we didn't have any tornado drills there. However, I remember a couple of times when, because there was a tornado warning, they had us all get down into the basement of the residence hall and sit against the walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can remember sitting against lockers. They would make us go sit up against our lockers for the tornado drills. Or then you had certain designated restrooms you had to go into. Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
I don't agree with teachers carrying because you never know what a teacher might be going. Yep, that's another thing. I agree.
Yeah.
What if one of the kids gets a hold of it? Yep, that's my thoughts exactly. I mean, lately there's been so many news about kids accidentally shooting and killing someone because they were playing with one. Some of our special needs babies don't know what a gun can do. Exactly.
Yeah, and you get a lot of people who their view of things, the world is influenced by the old westerns, where you've got the good guys in the white hats and the bad guys in the dark hats, and there's a clear delineation between good guys and bad guys. In real life, it ain't like that.
Right. Linda, can you take over for a minute? I gotta.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's scary too. She didn't read Veronica's, right? That's scary too. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they can just have a police rotation where they would station them at the schools instead. Everyone has a shift turn at the schools. I was talking about that too, and the Uvalde shooting. There was supposed to be one officer on duty, but he ended up not being on it, even though they said in the beginning that he was on duty and he was there. The thing that I was talking about with that too, because they would already be there, have somebody already there. Even if there's one door in, like Uvalde, that door didn't lock. But if it locked and he let people in and, assessed who it was and let them in, have the door locked, it would have made a difference. But the thing is, like, what's so scary is the school is locked all around, but the shooter can be locked in with them, because if it's a student, the last time at Uvalde, it wasn't a student and he came there. But, it's kind of scary to know your kids are locked in the school and the shooter's probably in there too. And then it takes some time to get into the school. It's just all just a situation that doesn't even make sense that it's even happening.
Yeah, you just get a kid who's angry at the world. Of course, I heard about one student who took out his anger at the world in a more inventive way. At least didn't kill anybody, but caused a lot of grief. Nevertheless, he laced the lemonade in the cafeteria with a horse laxative.
What? Oh, yeah, that was a lot different than. Yeah, if we could only go back to those times or have those types of things. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, August 5th. Wow. That's
everybody's starting
this coming
early
Friday.
August.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kizzy says, yes, all the doctors are doing that now. My son is 8 and told the behavior doctor that he didn't want to start one of the meds because he can't take pills and he doesn't want it. So the doctor told me that we can't force him to take any medication
What?
if he doesn't want it. So I kept telling my son that to try it first until he's okay. Until he told the doctor, I guess he's okay, so she can make the prescription for the medication.
Well,
Until he told her, okay, yeah.
8
He's
years
8.
old.
He's
Wow.
8 years old, yeah.
Yeah, well,
See, and that's what
he understands a lot for 8.
Mm-hmm.
And for the doctor to just, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you can tell him that the pill will keep him from developing Chinese rot, in which he'll turn all green and everything.
Oh, goodness.
Lizzie says, "Oh, hi, y'all. Michelle, I think if they're trained and posted at certain spots and take shifts, it could work. But honestly, it's really hard thing to make that decision. And also monitoring what the kids bring in, like the kid in Michigan, he was taken to the principal's office. He was sitting in there with his parents and the principal.
Yes.
And his backpack was in the classroom with the weapons in there. It was just.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is. It's just
missed opportunities to.
Yeah, and then the other thing is they were talking in his drawings. Nobody paid attention to what he was drawing in class, and basically the drawings was saying, "This is what I'm gonna do," but nobody was paying attention.
And the teacher, the principal was like, okay, he needs to go now. And then he ended up giving them 48 hours to get him some help because the parents were, oh, we can't do this. We got to go to work and da-da-da-da. So he stayed at the school. And what happened? He shot up the school.
Right.
But but then again, that's why they're also in jail right now. But it doesn't, bring anyone back. It doesn't fix anything.
Now, I can agree with armed security guards. And like Michelle said, if they're trained and posted, at the doors, but not teachers. I just can't. Not in a classroom like that.
Yeah.
Not in a classroom.
Can you imagine being a teacher and having to take up that as one of your new duties?
Right. And then you already have enough on your
plate.
Especially dealing with, special needs kids. If you are a SPED teacher and then they want to add this, then you have to go through training. And if you're one of those with anxiety issues yourself, it's crazy.
And then the liability that would come with that. I mean, it's just.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. I see Victoria's comment there. And, of course, he's neurotypical. So, obviously he's he's got the legal right to make his own medical decisions. It is true that ability to make good decisions in the area of medicine and other areas, is something we, you know, the growth and maturity throughout life. Also, it can be influenced by stories you hear, and just the debates about the vaccines for COVID illustrate that that even the stories a person hears can influence what they decide to do, even if they're 50 or 60.
Thanks, Linda. I
Oh,
know.
you're welcome, Sonia.
I think it depends on the medical decision. If it was terminal cancer and they decided to end treatment after many, many years, I might let them. But for meds, for ADHD, autism, or therapies, nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, that's
just
everything. When you have a case where the treatment is just going to prolong the agony for someone who's got terminal cancer, for example, that's a
right,
whole different ball game there.
right.
And then when you're dealing with a minor in mental health, it seems like it should be a whole nother playing field, because we're talking mental health and a minor, and if we already know that, okay, a minor doesn't seem of age to make the decisions, what about a child who's going through mental health issues and needs mental health treatment? Are they really, they're further from being capable of deciding?
Very
I
good.
just,
Very good.
oh, that's the 22-year-old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ask to tour the school with your child and show him where
Mhm.
things are. I know it takes time, but at least it won't be the first time seeing the class. Yeah, get
Mhm.
them a little familiar.
And they're usually there 1 or 2 days before students return.
Yeah.
Hey Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Shoot, not sure I comprehend all they want these kids to know nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah. Always, Mr. Charles.
I'm down in the basement. I'm not in the attic.
Oh, goodness gracious. My husband thought LOL stood for, oh my goodness, laughing.
What did it?
He just laughed.
That was back in 2012.
Hey,
Amber.
Amber.
Hello, everyone.
No, he's
Oh, hey,
almost
Amber.
9 and is about 5 feet tall and over 90 pounds. I told the school district he doesn't belong in second grade. He's too big and too old. This will be his third year in special needs private school. They know how to handle his behavior issues and knows how to. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Stacy says, any tips on how to help my oldest son regulate his emotions as well as mine? Because I know that I have to get my emotions in check. But how do I help him with his?
I'm going to say, one thing. I don't know how old your oldest son is, but I'm going to say that, when I was in my senior year of high school, my mom and I made weekly trips to psychologists, and she would meet with one psychologist while I met with the other, but they compared notes too, and that the psychologist that I talked with helped me in dealing with a lot of these situations arose, and in expressing emotions, and getting along and at home and the family, and also prepared me for college life. A lot of good things like that. So that's something you might want to consider counseling.
Mm-hmm. And if well, I don't know how your oldest son, if he's his comprehension level or if he's nonverbal. I know with DeAndre, again, he doesn't understand a lot, but when he gets into that emotional state where he's just almost in the verge of meltdowns. We the breathing in and out has been helping a lot with us. Um, and then I sometimes go in my room and close the door to help regulate my own emotions. Yeah, shut myself off from the world for a minute. Danielle says, when I went to kindergarten and we had our first fire drill, it scared me so bad. I didn't want to go
Aw.
back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whereas for me, it was like, what's the big deal? There ain't a real fire.
Where's the fire? All of our schools have police officers on campus. Okay, that's good. Now, some, I think it's just, we have the school police officers, but I know most of them just, ride around, but
Hmm.
some of them are in the school as security. But yeah, that would be good if they had like a base.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
I lost a friend who was a teacher.
Sorry to hear.
Oh, sorry to hear that. My kids, oh, so yours start after Labor Day. Okay.
September 8th. That, in fact, let's see. That would be a Thursday, I believe, because September 1st is the Thursday, 8th is the Thursday. Then, yeah.
My kiddo starts August 15th and I start August 22nd. Okay.
Well, that's interesting to have a kid starting no, that's those are Mondays. That's right. Yeah, Mondays.
A lot of schools do it. It's a matter of the officers actually doing their job right and paying attention. Exactly.
Hmm.
Here they either have mesh or clear back. Yeah, they were I heard some mention about clear having clear backpacks in some of the high schools when
And
they
you
come.
know what they did before here, they had where we couldn't have lockers anymore in junior high because too many people were hiding things in their lockers and they had stuff. So what they did was every class that you went in, the desk had a book. But then at the first day of school, you took all your copies of books at home and they stayed at home. So you didn't have to bring a backpack to school because you didn't have a locker to store anything. So you went to class, you used the classroom book in the class, and then you went home and used your workbook, your textbooks at home. And
Oh,
so that made for us not carrying stuff, which could be an idea too, just like the mesh backpack and the yeah.
right. Yes, I couldn't believe that the principal was like, "You want to take him home for the day?" And the parents were like, "Nah, he can stay the whole day." That's what got me through. Right, right. The principal should have been, "No, you need to take him home now. Get out."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then because they even put a time frame on it. Okay, well, within 48 hours. And what was worse about it, because the parents are in jail now, what's so bad about it is the boy was saying he wasn't right. He needed some help. They didn't even have medical insurance on him to get him any help. So they just kept brushing it off and like, yeah, whatever. Da, 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 da. But he was saying some things were off. But, they were really, really negligent.
Yeah.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, an increasing number of medical policies now do pay for psychiatric care, but I can remember, back in most of the years I was working when, that was one thing that, work related medical insurance you got through the job usually didn't cover psychiatric help.
And then I noticed a lot more, at least around here, and I'm sure it's a lot of places. Since the pandemic, they had a lot more mental health services that were available for people.
hmm We check Daniel's book bags before he goes to class and right before we leave after school. He's been known to take inappropriate things to school and steal items from school. We found a Nintendo Switch. Oh my goodness, a
What?
lighter, $100, $50, stolen train, stolen eraser, stolen puzzle piece, and more. Wow, Daniel. Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not even laughing. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm laughing because, I mean, like, really, you found all that stuff?
Right. Wow.
And I thought it
Okay.
was funny when I stole a salt shaker from school.
Oh my! What were you gonna do with a salt shaker? What were you gonna do with a salt shaker, Mr. Charles?
Yeah, put salt in my food. And decades later, my mom still had that salt shaker. Even after Dad died, my mom still had it.
Okay, everybody, I put the link in. If you would like to come up and say a few last words, you are more than welcome. We are at the end. No one used our secret discussion word this evening, so we will try again next week. There's Kate. And teachers that are on medications too, or have certain medical reasons and cannot handle a weapon. Yeah. Like, and the extreme anxiety issues or something like that. That is too much. They already have a lot with our special needs children. Yes.
And technically,
Hi,
too, I mean, you
Lizzie.
don't want to arm anybody who's going into the school, who's going to be in the school. Maybe like Nita said, security guard, police, but yeah, I mean, it. I guess I'm not shocked at anything we see nowadays.
Right.
And when is it going to be that it would turn from the teacher? That violence might putting a gun in their hands. I don't think is an answer.
Oh yeah. Yep. Danielle. I gotta take
What
a break.
happened? Oh.
Go in and shut yourself off from the world sometimes. Like, stop, please. Please.
That's actually one of my points for the week, she said.
I'm off to do yoga. Oh, awesome.
Oh, enjoy.
We'll have a great session, Victoria. Mine start August 8th, and I'm not even close to ready.
Wow.
This summer went by so fast.
Yes, it did.
It's crazy. We're back at school, Capella, and I'm like, I wish we weren't back yet. Like, this is crazy.
I know that at my son's school, they have to notify his teacher. So my son put his
noise cancellation headphones probably on.
Oh, noise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I say no backpacks, maybe only for the girls and for the ones that have medical needs. For one, they already have laptops and they do that. That's a great idea. Just keep the laptops,
Yep.
Just keep the laptops. And then they don't have to worry about, going in and out of lockers or backpacks in the classroom.
Exactly.
I know my son, they have to know, okay, headphones on before the drill starts. Well, that's fine. But in the actual situation, my thing is, what are they going to do? It's fine to have the noise cancellation headphones, but when you are in that actual situation, or maybe you don't have time to grab them, what are they going to do with our children? If there needs to be some kind of
instructions.
Yep. Something.
And that's the thing, when the actual fire alarm goes off, and I've seen that in places I've worked where there was construction going on in the building, and sometimes the construction would kick off dust that would set off the smoke detector, and get a fire alarm. And you, of course, for me, I'd put my hands over my ears if I needed to, and get up. It catches you in whatever position you're in, and you got to deal with it, whatever.
Okay, we're gonna read off this last one, and then we're gonna go around and give our thoughts, our final thoughts for the night. Kizzy says, my son just doesn't like pills at all. My two youngest are opposite when it comes to meds. My son is good with liquid and my daughter is good with pills. But that day at the doctor's office, my son just kept telling the doctor no, because all she kept telling about was giving him pills until I asked for something different with the same medication. Then that's when she told us about a patch, which he can't take because it would make my son's eczema worse. Okay. Then she told us about the liquid medication. Okay. All right. Hey, Amber.
Hey, Amber.
Yeah, nobody used the
Amber.
secret word this evening, so we are going to save it for next week.
And real quick, Danielle says, have a great week, everyone. Take a break, take a nap, remove yourself. Yes, we all need to do that. I'm sure we could all
Yes.
use that. And Kizzy says, especially you, Nita. And Kizzy says, I'm hoping for a better and safer school year for all the children. Yes. We
Me
hope
all.
everyone has a good, safe school year this year. Have a great week, everyone. Sending love to all. Roxy.
All right. So, Mr. Charles, final
Yeah.
thoughts.
Well, it's, again, just encourage the parents, just you know, be as optimistic as what what your child permits you to be. The goal is you want to make the best life possible for your child. I just, I've raised a daughter myself, by the way. So, I've raised one child. Just got through a couple weeks ago visiting her and my granddaughter, and we had a nice time there. But actually, my daughter and granddaughter both learned recently they both have ADHD.
Okay.
They're not on the autism spectrum though, but they both do have ADHD, and but anyway, enjoyed my visit with them,
That's
and
good.
just do the best you can, and prepare your child for the school year best you can for whatever new environment there's going to be.
Kate, you have any final thoughts?
Hey guys, it's been a while. I've been super busy with photo booth. We're getting a lot of new sales coming through finally. So breaking ground there. I've been back at school and just keeping busy. I have a new job that I work with conferences that are here local in the area that need childcare. So I've been doing a lot of camps away from home. I just got home today. I was away since Thursday night and I haven't seen Rob in a couple of days. So we had an open house for photo booth tonight. He's taking a nap right now, and then we're going to spend tonight together. So just enjoy your time with your loved ones. Be great, be safe, and have a great school year.
All right. Awesome. Amber,
I
you
barely
looking
have.
comfy.
Well, I haven't been feeling very good because they're gonna
Oh,
be
Aw.
no.
sending me through some rigorous testing to figure out why I have such terrible fatigue. So we're hoping that
Oh, yeah.
we don't
Aw.
have multiple sclerosis or leukemia. So I'm trying to
Okay.
find out right now.
Oh,
But
Oh no,
I wanted to
I'm
wish.
Amber.
praying for you.
Well, I hope not.
Hope not.
Mhm.
I put it all in the Lord's hands. I've lived
Yeah.
a good life. So at the end of the day, I just say, hey, Lord, it's just going to be a storm, whatever it is. And it all comes to an end. So at the end of the day, I'm trying not to worry about anything. All I can do is be positive.
Yep.
But
Definitely.
I hopped on to wish good vibes, send good vibes to all our lovely parents whose babies are going to be going back to school.
Yes.
Josiah's going to be taking his dog this year. So please say a prayer
Oh,
for him.
wow. That's pretty good.
Lord
That's
have
pretty
Yeah, that
mercy.
is
good.
good.
He has to handle her himself, and he's been doing pretty good. But I'm scared.
Good.
I'm nervous for both
Mhm.
of them
Yeah.
because this is his first year without his brother walking him into campus, and we have been stimming like crazy, knowing that brother won't be there.
Oh,
So
wow.
Aw.
between his stimming and me going through all this testing and this major exhaustion that's hit me, I'm at a loss for words right now because I have no help. I can't even begin to tell you how tough it is, but I want
Hey,
to keep going. Don't give up to the
Don't give
single
up.
parents because I'm in that single mom.
hey, Amber, have you had your iron levels checked? Because I have severe fatigue from anemia.
My red blood cells are great. It's my white blood cell count that is severely
Mhm.
low, and
So
we don't know why.
that's where they caught my leukocytosis. So have them check for leukocytosis. That's where we cannot like put iron into our system via the pills. Like our body can't tolerate it.
Mm.
So instead of doing that, they have to do infusion. So make sure you check into that.
Yeah, she's looking. I know I have leukopenia already.
Yeah,
Um,
you're halfway there to leukocytosis. Yeah,
yeah, I'm just drained. Like I literally have no energy. I work and then I just want to sleep all day, and
that's what
I'm
I'm
really
like.
tired.
Keep me definitely updated. Let me know what's going on. If I can help in any way, let me know.
I will.
So we are sending out prayers and
Sending our love and our prayers.
positive vibes.
Yes.
Positive
Woo!
vibes.
I'm catching them.
Linda?
Yeah,
Final thought?
everybody have a great week. Don't stress too much getting our kids back to school. The time is coming quick, but let's try to
Yes.
enjoy the little last bit of summer that we have. Let's try to stay relaxed and go into the school year refreshed.
Yeah.
Amen to that one. Amen.
Right. So everybody make sure you guys have an awesome, awesome rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we will see you guys same time, same place next week. Thank you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. And before you leave, make sure you hit that like love button, show us some love. Um, and we will see you same time, same place. I will have I still have to get rid of these shirts. So I will probably be on sometime this week. So if anybody's interested, I still have shirts for $10 to get rid of so we can start the new stuff. Tomorrow is August 1st. Wow.
Yeah.
Went
What
Mm-hmm.
size are the shirts that you have left?
by. It varies. I got like one or two smalls. I have to look at the paper. It's various, limited colors and sizes in the shirts. It just depends on what color.
Okay, I might be interested in getting another
Okay.
shirt, but I'll get with you later about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably be out. I'm gonna say Wednesday. I'll be on with the shirts.
You have
Oh,
like 2X shirts, two X shirts. Let me know and I'll buy them from you.
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
See
get
me
some.
Wednesday. That way I'll have everything together.
Girl, if I
yeah,
remember to get on there Wednesday,
yeah.
your head.
Well,
You
this
gotta remember
Wednesday,
my head too.
this Wednesday I'll be home. I won't be in New York like I was last Wednesday, actually last Thursday I was in New York. This Wednesday next week I'll be in New York, but this
Okay.
week Wednesday I'll be at home.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I will get on Wednesday, sometime Wednesday after I get off work. And I'll see you guys then. I appreciate each and every one of you and have a great rest of the evening. Relax and enjoy and get ready for tomorrow.
Nita,
Bye,
make sure you
All
guys.
write
right,
Bye,
bye
everyone.
everyone.
shirt
Huh?
SHIRT.
Oh yeah.
Shirt.
Because the last time I put what did I put?
UUXISHURT shirt.
And I
Okay,
didn't even
bye.
Shit
I thought
show.
she was being funny when she said it's a shit show. So I'm just like, shit show, okay. I thought she was being funny, and then I realized, oh, I said shit on there. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, let me log in here and see what the heck's going on today.
It was not a shit show, it was a shirt show. Oh my goodness.
That was the
Okay,
best.
you guys, I'm out. I will see you
Okay,
guys
bye,
later.
everyone.
Love you
Bye
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Keep
Love
me
you too.
your updates. Let me know.
Okay.